My name is Ron Stewart. I'm the chairman of Andron Facilities Management. I'm also the co-founder of Andron with my father, also called Ron. He was Ron and I was Ron, and it was Ron and Ron.
My name is Paul LaRue. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Andron Facilities Management.
My name is Cheryl Stewart. I am the CEO at Andron Facilities Management. Andron is a family-owned national provider of cleaning, security and soft facilities management solutions to the built environment across the UK.
Initially it was just carpet cleaning, and from there we went to office cleaning, eventually to shopping centre cleaning and to cinemas. We very quickly moved from Aberdeen to Glasgow to Edinburgh to Manchester to Leeds and London in the south. Now we have 2,900 employees and rising.
Customers' needs change depending on, firstly, what industry they work in. So, for example, in the office space, in the office industry, it's very much about the changing demands of their occupiers, as well as the change that has come since the pandemic of people returning to the office and having hybrid working in place. And they're looking for a cleaning service that is adaptable, that is not static anymore. I think there's also some global pressures around sustainability. The workplace environment makes up a really large portion of global carbon emissions, and they're looking for support from their service partners. When you look at manufacturing space, it's about how the cleaning meets the operation and the production.
An office space or manufacturing space needs to be safe and hygienically safe for people to work. So cleaning's not just about cleaning.
It's about customer service, which in turn enhances the trust that they have in that organisation.
When customers are coming to us, they want the service to match their business.
Which is where we can assist our customers to design something that is truly bespoke to their environment and their needs.
We will listen to the customer.
Who they are, what their goals are.
What is their operation? How does it function? How many people are within the facility? What times within the facility? Does the headcount fluctuate on day-to-days? Do they have one shift? Do they have multiple shifts? So once we really need to get under the skin to start to understand that bit, then we will build the resource around that customer's operation.
They really want the cleaning model that fits around the usage of the building. People are in maybe 3 days a week as opposed to previously 5, and those 3 days tend to be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday and a Friday when you have 20% occupancy compared to a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think there's a place for technology and data-driven technology in particular, which helps us to understand how the building is being used.
If I touch on one that we did in London, 145 buildings in all within the West End. The customer didn't know footfall trends. So during mobilisation, during the review, we put sensor technology in to understand footfall trends so we could see how the buildings were being used, how many people were going into the buildings and what core times they were working. That actually resulted in a 15% saving for that customer. We also adapted the service through On Demand that the cleaners most got a 4-day working week. Everything we do is about tailoring and bespoke it to a certain customer.
The core values that we implanted, I think, in the business early on was family values. Our core value is treating everyone, whether they be client, whether they be colleague, as a part of the family, the Andron family.
And we install this into all our senior management team, to our account management team, to our contracts managers, to our site managers. We have feedback from our colleagues on the floor, through staff surveys, through town halls, and obviously through our recognition structure and awards as well.
Having our name on the door as a family business really is, our customers know that they can reach out to us. They can speak to the owner, they can speak to the directors, and they know that we will always do what we'll say we'll do. One initiative that I'm particularly proud of at Andron is our social value initiative called Inclusive Futures. Inclusive Futures is an employability programme for individuals from disadvantaged backgrounds, where we have provided real sustainable employment for these individuals in the cleaning industry. Individuals from backgrounds of homelessness, young care leavers, veterans, also people that really struggle to get onto the job market and sustain employment. And this all began in COVID, when one of our charity partners who provide support to the homeless community were shutting down their cafes, and they had a young man who was being made redundant, and we offered him a job within one of our properties, and we were one of the first employers in the UK of the homeless community. And this initiative has really grown significantly. We've now placed 18 individuals through the programme across the UK, including a community and training manager as well. I think success is when your customers are no longer talking about cleaning in particular. They're talking about what's next, what else can we add to the contract, what their value, and what other innovation can we bring to this contract.
We measure from satisfaction, audit results, KPIs, but also measure how's the relationship working. We always obviously doing it with customers, interaction on a monthly basis. We challenge ourselves quarterly for innovation. We challenge ourselves 6 monthly and annually to do full service reviews.
We have contracts going back 15, 20 plus years, which is quite something in this industry. It's borne out by the partnerships that we have with our clients. They're people who stay with us, and when there is maybe some small issue, they're happy to talk to us about it.
So it's just about continuous improvement is how we measure success.
ESG being seen as a nice to have is not true. It is really an essential part of the service that we deliver. And that is everything from having no chemicals brought into the building, chemical-free solutions, equipment that is sustainably made, so that everything from the containers that our products are brought into, the uniforms that our staff wear are made from recycled plastic bottles and also go back for recycling, and even things like mops and cloths are now also recyclable.
We're going to grow because we deliver. I would guess probably by 30-40% on top of what we're already doing, which means more colleagues, more hard work, and a very profitable business with a huge reputation.
So the next 3 to 5 years for Andron is obviously for us we will be family owned, that won't change. We will be independent. We want to grow our markets in central London. We've made some real progress into manufacturing, and we'll keep that trajectory going.
I think our vision is to become the most trusted family-owned provider of cleaning and security services in the UK. This is through organic growth, through winning new customers and retaining our existing customers and potentially growing those accounts also.